In a previous video, we showed you how easy it is to set up a new company in Business Central. Having the ability to run multiple companies is one thing, but posting transactions between those legal entities is another. Today we see how Business Central manages these intercompany transactions. Let's dive right in.
Today we are going to look at your intercompany transactions. In order to set this up, we first need to set up your intercompany partners. Go to the Global Settings and type in Intercompany Setup. Here you can see each company will have intercompany partner codes. This is your head office ICPC, and we are automatically sending transactions to this partner. Next, I am going to set up Intercompany Partner 2. This will be a subsidiary company also trading in ZAR, linked to this company. You will also need to set up the customer and vendor accounts for this partner. You can also edit this partner's details by selecting their ICPC code. The transfer type will be through our database. We do not auto-accept the transactions, which means a user will have to log into that account and authorize any new transactions in the company's inbox. If you scroll down, you will see the customer and vendor setup with the AR and AP control accounts. Once that is done, we can start to do a transaction. If you look here in the Actions area, we can select Purchase Invoice. Select the vendor for this purchase invoice, for example, Simba Suppliers. Insert the invoice number and fill in the rest of the information as needed. If you continue to scroll down, you can add more details for this purchase invoice. In the line section, you can set up the item type. I'm going to select GL account. We are going to do some software expenses. Add the quantity cost and quantity. Now for the subsidiary company, I will put in the same GL account details. This GL account is linked to the partner, and the quantity will also be the same. Here I'm going to apply 850 Rand for the unit cost. On the second line, we are going to allocate that 850 Rand to this IC partner. Select the box in the IC partner code column. Use the same ICPC we created earlier, and there you can see the code for the IC partner, which is our subsidiary company. Now we are going to process the invoice by selecting Process in the upper left corner. Select Post. After the transaction is posted, go back to the home page. Select Vendors and then scroll to find the vendor, Simba Suppliers, we just posted the purchase order to. On the right side of the screen, there will be a column, and where you can select Balance under Vendor Statistics. This allows you to see any invoices that have been posted. Highlight the invoice you wish to see. Select Navigate and click the drop-down arrow next to Entry. Select Detailed Ledger Entries. You can see the entries that happened in the back end. Selecting the Options button on the invoice line. Select Navigate from the options. Here you can also see the GL entry that has been posted for the head office and the subsidiary company. Over here, you can see the subsidiary company and the GL accounts that have been affected. Now I want to show you what it looks like from the subsidiary company's point of view. I'm going to quickly switch over to the subsidiary company in my settings. The system will log me out of my current company and log me into the subsidiary company's profile. The administrator would have to authorize this transaction that you just did and post the journal batch. So now that I am logged into the subsidiary company, scroll down a bit to see ongoing sales, ongoing purchases. We want to go to Intercompany, where you can see there is a pending inbox transaction. If you select this, you can go into the transaction and see all the details about the transaction and choose to accept, return, or cancel this transaction. Once you have accepted the transaction, you can go and manually post the journal into the subsidiary company. Thank you for watching.
If you want to get going on Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, reach out to us on email or via our website or on social media. Dynamics Africa has the largest channel of experienced Dynamics partners on the African continent. With decades worth of experience in a variety of industries, our partners has what it takes to get you up and running in no time.